Now I will go to Azure DevOps, create a project there in my organization and link it with Microsoft Azure Active Directory. So the advantage of that is that all the users in the Active Directory will be accessible in the DevOps project. Let's do that now. So I click on sign into Azure DevOps. So I was already signed in into my Azure portal, so I automatically got in here. So I have used the same user ID to log into my Azure portal as well as Azure DevOps project. So in here you have to go to my profile, and so by default it may take you to the Microsoft account, or you may also have an option of default directory. But I created a new tenant in my previous video, and that was Manju tenant all. So I will select this as the directory for now. I need to enter a few details here. I will just leave it as is. I'm inside this directory now, and I will create a new organization for my DevOps. So it says this here. I need to give a name, so I will call it VNM Chennai Cloud Organization. I will keep it Australia East. Looks like the organization name was taken, so I will just name it Organization 1, and I will leave it as is, and then I will enter these details. Click on continue. Now the organization is created. I will create a project within this organization. I will call it first app. May keep it private, and I will click on create project. So now this project is created. Now what I will do is I will go back to the organization and link it with the Azure Active Directory, the tenant. So I will go back here. I will click on this organization here. I'll go to organization settings. And in here, I will click on Azure Active Directory. So this is basically we are trying to link the organization with the Azure Active Directory. So it's already linked in this case to Manju tenant organization because I was logged into portal as well as Azure DevOps project using the same ID. And remember how we changed the profile and we selected this tenant before creating the organization. So in case if you want to link it, you'll have to do it here. In this case, it was already linked. So the advantage of linking is that all the users in this Manju tenant organization can be invited into this organization settings. So I will show you now. So what I will do is I will log into portal again. I will add 2 users into this tenant, and then I'll get back to this project and I will show you how we can include the users we added in the tenant into here. So I'm back in Azure portal. I will click on users, and what I will do is I'll create a new user A, and I will name it user A, and I will create a password so that it's easier. I have created a password and all those things. If you want, you can create all these details, but in this demo, it doesn't matter. Same way, I will create user B2. So I have created 2 users now, user A and user B. Apart from my normal Outlook user, what I use to log in. So basically, you can navigate in here and you can use this and log into the Outlook email address. So what I will show you is I will go to Outlook. I will do a sign in. And I do a next here. I have to enter the password which we created. This is the password we entered while creating the user on the portal. So I will log in. And now you have to update your password, give a new password, and basically this user can log into this account and check the emails. So I have changed the password now and I click on yes, stay signed in. So I was getting repeated redirects error when I was trying to log into my Outlook. So that happens because sometimes I was logged into the Outlook using some other ID. I tried incognito, but it was still the same. So you might have to restart the machine or, restart the browser or try with another browser. But just to show you that it still works, what I did is I went to office.com and logged in with my new user, which I created. So I'm on office.com. I click on sign in, select this user A. I enter the password. That actually signs me into the new Office account. So now we know that the user we created is actually successful. So now let's get back to the DevOps project and include the two users. So I will go to my organization and I will include the users I had in the Azure tenant. So I will go in here. I'll go to organization settings. I'll click on users. So currently we only have one default user. So I'll click on add user and I will look for user A and add to projects first app. So I'm adding the user A to first app. And same way I will add user B and this user B to the first app project. And currently I'm making it as project contributors so they can contribute, not just the readers, but they are not the administrators. So I will click on add now. Around 5 to 10 seconds, you get this notification and the new users are added to the organization. So back in the portal, once you have added the users into the organization, go to the first app, which is the project. Therein you can see 3 users, so the 2 users which we added recently. But if you go to the boards and try to create a new work item and try to assign it to the user, you can't see it yet. And that's because you need to actually go back and invite these users to the project. So what I will do is I will do user A. I will invite this user to this team and I will click on add. So after inviting the user to this project, what I will do is I'll go to Azure Boards and create a new issue, and I'll create a title here, create a front end for to do app. And I want to assign it to the user A, and you can see that now user A is available here. And I can save this if I want to. In this case, I won't. So that's the benefit of integrating the Azure DevOps project with Azure Active Directory.